All right, a warm welcome to you. I'm Dave Moerman. I'm founder and CEO at Home Service Business Coach. And in today's episode, I want to talk to you today about the best 5 assets in your business. Okay. I first learned about this key concept of assets versus liabilities when I was like 19, 20 years old. I read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad by an author, Robert Kiyosaki. He made a series of books, but the big gist of it is an asset is something that puts money into your pocket, where a liability actually takes something out of your pocket. So the very fact that you're building a business right now because you probably want to create above average income, and you also want to have full control of your time. And quite honestly, for me, a big piece of it is having impact, really putting your flag in the ground and saying, I was part of building that, or I got to be part of building that. And so I wanted to kind of pull back the curtain here and tell you kind of how I think about business, and is going to be extremely applicable to your business because we know business is an asset. We got that. It puts money in our pocket, or it should. But let's like peel back that a little bit and actually like compartmentalize your business and say, hey, these are actually the 5 things that really hold value, because like businesses are complex, and especially home service businesses are complex organisms that are moving from house to house and dealing with people and schedules and all kinds of things. And so I'll just go ahead. Let's just go ahead with the list. Top 5 best assets in your business that I believe. Number 1 is going to be your mindset. If you look at any successful entrepreneurs, they've been shoveling money into their own education, right? Myself included, multiple 6 figures investment. I was hearing a podcast with a mentor of mine, Dan Martell. He's almost at $2 million, he said, of just money he's dumped into his own development. So everybody's kind of got a number of how much money they've put in themselves. And it's not so much the number that matters. It is their relationship from time to money, right? We all have different relationships with how we value time and money. And I'm not saying money is not important, but I'm saying time is infinitely more valuable. And so if you can actually look at how can I shortcut time with parting with some of my dollars, because I want to build into my mindset right here. And I went through business school, right? I did 40 classes in college. 37 of those were geared towards business. But I'll tell you, in the 16 years being an entrepreneur and hiring employees and dealing with the ups and downs of business, the real education is actually like trapped between my ears right here with how I view business and what is my mindset towards my businesses and towards my life. Because when you become an entrepreneur, it's like you put on a whole different like the set of glasses, right? Where you're just seeing things differently, and your whole decision making framework is changed. And so I'll leave you with this one on this point: is that the only thing limiting any business on earth right now is the psychology of the owner. And it's kind of that Henry Ford quote, right? Whether you think you can or think you can't, well, either way, you're going to be right. So if we can adjust how we think about our business, the results will then follow either positive or negative. So that's number 1. We got to start with you, the entrepreneur, and how you're thinking about your business. Asset number 2, as it pertains to your business, is going to be your team members. Whether you hire employees or you go the subcontract model, it doesn't really matter right now for purposes of this discussion. But really, if you put your business under the microscope and say, went to shop it to go sell it, prospective buyers would be very interested in how your team functions in the business. And there's something called key man syndrome in business, which is if Dave has a $200,000 pressure washing business, is he the one that has to do everything? Or do I actually have team members that I can rely on inside the business? And ideally, they're not just seasonal team members that come in for the busy 4 to 5 months and then they go head off, right? And I've had a business like that for a number of years. I actually think the more stable, sustainable businesses are ones that have the employees year round, and they take a huge piece of task off the owner's shoulders so that they can go and grow the business and the employees can operate the day-to-day of the business. So just having more employees isn't necessarily a better asset. I would look for quality of employees here. And we all know the labor market's been tough for the last number of years, right? I've been doing this 16 years. I swear it's been tough every year. So when you find great people, you got to be thinking, how can this person, one, make the business better, and two, make my life better, and three, how can they build out a career for themselves? If you get those three things right, you're going to have the making of a winning recipe to keep great people in your organization and make your business more valuable. Best asset number 3 is your systems, okay? I read the book, The E-Myth, Michael Gerber's book, great book. If you've not read it, go pick it up. Read it a whole bunch of times now, right? I first read it in like 2016, 2017, and it was this concept of working on your business, not in it. You've probably heard about that before. And quite honestly, that's how I designed my coaching program, is picking up from that book, work on the business. What does that mean? And saying, boom, here are all the systems. So whether you go and work with us or work with another company to get your systems built out, you got to get them built out, because right now your business is set up right now. It's perfectly systematized to how you've set it up. And most businesses, I'm talking 95% in the home service space, their systems are literally the business owner working 14 to 16 hour days in busy season and just literally dispatching everything on the phone. And they probably maybe have a CRM, and that's kind of the extent of it, right? So I'm talking more about the stuff that recurs in the business. You want to have a simple system for that, right? Everything from when customers call in to get an estimate, to how your proposal looks, to how you ask for those 5-star Google reviews, to how you ask for referrals. All these things are systems in your business that you will own as a business owner. And so why not build it properly so you've got it? And here's the thing I'll say, because I think a lot of like gurus in the space are like, oh, once you systematize, you're good, it's set up. Systems are constantly going, right? My pressure washing business is now 8 years old. We're constantly changing systems, maybe not overhauling them all, but looking at better ways to do things, right? Case in point, we actually went back to traditional window cleaning with scrubber and squeegee, and away from using a lot of water-fed pull work, right? For various reasons. Some of the counties we work in, the water's really, really hard, and we would double purify it. And we just found, hey, clients are looking for that hand clean experience. Why not deliver that to them on a silver platter, and why not charge for it? So that was one system that we had recently adapted. But you should ideally have like a library built out of your business. And for us, my business runs on 6 different playbooks, right? These are digitalized PDF copies from our marketing playbook to our sales playbook to operations to HR. You need to have it built out, right? And it should be like well over 100 pages when you add all those playbooks together. But it just starts on a small micro level, and most home service business owners are not system builders. And so, soft plug for our coaching business, we build out your systems for you, right? I'll just leave it at that. So you can go check it out if that's ever of interest. Otherwise, you can go and build it on your own. Absolutely. At the end of the day, they just got to get built, okay? Best asset number 4, I love this one, your client list, okay? And it's not enough to just say, oh, I have 500 clients in my CRM. As a prospective buyer, someone to value your business, I would be saying, what kind of customers are they? And like, key distinction, right? Customers are usually one-time buyers. Clients repeat their purchase, right? So really we want to have a client list, especially if you're in the pressure cleaning space, window cleaning, gutter cleaning. Those clients should be recurring, whether they're on a set schedule or they just know they come to you 2-3 times a year. That's why I love the Christmas light business too. It's very recurring. And so how often are they buying from you? Number 1. 2, what price point are they at? We took over a business years ago. Unfortunately, that price book of that client list was at like $45 to $55 an hour per technician. It was like half of what we're charging at the time, right? So it's just really hard. It's great. We bought, 400 or 500 clients, but really, did that drive much gross profit to the business? Not really, because it was just a big list, but they weren't really premium paying clients. So all day I'll choose the client list that has 100 premium paying clients versus the one that has 500 and they're all just really cheap clients and they're really loyal to the owner. So like, just a few things to put under the hood. When you're looking under the hood at a business, you want to know what's the quality of that client list. And so you want to, what Stephen Covey says, begin with the end in mind. And I want to begin with the end in mind, knowing, hey, to make my business valuable, let's set a premium price book. Let's pay people really well, my team members, right? Asset number 2 we talked about, to go out and do the work. And if I charge more, I can pay my people more. And we're ultimately going to build a better brand. And I'm going to have a book a business that has premium paying clients. And your client list is so powerful, okay? I looked on our CRM, this is a couple weeks ago now. We emailed our client list for the fourth time this year, right? Not a lot of emails, quarterly emails. We're at 109,000, I believe, on last count. Of booked work just from emailing those 4 emails to our customers. Like zero cost, we own them. 109 grand comes in, we can send our crews out and go produce it. Very, very powerful is your client list, okay? Last but not least, it's kind of like the overarching umbrella building a service business is number 5 best asset is your brand, okay? Your brand is what people say about your business when you, the owner, are not in the room. So if I'm not in the room, Revive Services, what are people saying about that business, right? Oh, they're very communicative. Oh, I dealt with a great person in the office. They're the top rated company in the area. They come to do my stuff every year. They're so professional, right? I love reading through our Google reviews and seeing what our clients are actually saying about our team members because our brand takes on this whole personality, right? And I think we do a really good job hiring for core values and training for skill. And ultimately it all comes under this umbrella of the brand you're building. And I'll leave you with this, like, that's why I love being a business owner and being an entrepreneur is it's Monday morning right here and I'm making this piece of content. I'm building my brand right here, Home Service Business Coach. And I'm also giving you a lot of value so that when you hear this name, you'll be like, oh, that's the company that I learned that thing on that video, or like, this is where I learned on the podcast or whatever the case may be. So you're always building your brand, like 10, 20, 30 touch points every single day from when people see your trucks to see their eyeballs on your GMB, literally to how you act in a coffee shop or when you interview someone or don't give someone the job or don't reply to that text message. All those things encapsulate the brand. So it's really important. That's like the biggest thing that you're building here when you build a service business. And that's got to be worth something too when someone looks to value your business, right? Really important stuff. So to sum up, the 5 best assets in your business: your mindset, your team members, your employees, your systems, your client list, and your brand. So I really hope you found some value on today's training. If you're listening on YouTube, go ahead, drop a comment below. Maybe I missed one, maybe you don't agree with one, or hey, here's another one you should think about. And hey, if you're on the podcast and you've not done it yet, just leave us a review. It's going to tell Apple Podcasts and Spotify, hey, this show's actually pretty good. It's giving people some value. We're really looking to build up some of our reviews. So really appreciate you watching today. Hope you're able to learn something and wish you well on the rest of your day. Take care, everybody.